San Marcos resident Tim Moyna is fueling up his RV for a trip to the desert this weekend. He supports what the California Air Resources Board is doing to lower greenhouse gas emissions.
I just think it has to be done in consideration of what it's going to affect and what that impact is.
He doesn't think requiring oil companies to cut carbon intensity in transportation fuel is the answer.
I think that has to be factored into how's it going to affect the actual vehicles and performance of the equipment, because a lot of equipment is suffering now and has to be maintained much more often than it used to because of the changes in the gas already.
CARB is considering a proposal to increase the state's carbon emission reduction target and also fund charging infrastructure for electric vehicles. Cars account for nearly half of the state's greenhouse gas emissions. If the board approves the changes, that could also mean higher prices at the pumps. Imperial Valley College economist Joe Silverman says while there are several factors that influence fuel prices, this would be one of them.
Will this raise prices? And the answer is yes. I guess the big question is by how much? That's what we don't know.
CARB says the policy could add 37 cents per gallon, but has since walked back on that, saying its model could not predict future fuel prices.
The policy has gotten backlash from both environmentalists and the oil industry. Environmentalists say the policy is not doing enough to support the infrastructure for zero-emission vehicles. And the oil industry says CARB hasn't been transparent about how the proposal could increase gas prices. And with the election of Donald Trump, it's not certain that California could implement the policy. The state requires a waiver from the EPA to implement its own air standards.
The Trump administration could be very vindictive, and they could say, look, you guys in California, you're not doing us any favors. And because I don't care about your air, you don't vote for us anyway, we're not going to give you that EPA waiver.
In 2019, Trump revoked California's ability to enforce its own emission standards, which was later restored by Biden. Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.